Hi friends and welcome back. In previous video we had discussed about the second special type of transformation, that is W is equals to Z plus 1 upon Z transformation, and we had solved the sums related to that transformation. In today's video we will discuss the third special type of transformation, that is W is equals to e raised to Z transformation. So before starting our today's video, first we will start the video with revising the previous transformation by solving the sum. So without any further delay, let's get started. So the first numerical is: prove that the image of the circle mod z is equals to 2 is ellipse under the transformation W is equals to Z plus 1 upon Z. Okay, so here circle is given, so definitely a radius will be there, so we will find the radius of this circle. Okay, so the solution is, technically this mod z is equals to 2 is the radius. Okay, because this mod z is equals to r. Why r? When we had discussed the polar form of the complex number, then we had derived this thing, but don't worry, I will show here also. So now what is z? Z is x plus iy. Okay, and in polar form we can write x and y as x is equals to r cos theta and y is equals to r sin theta. Okay, in polar form we can write x and y as r cos theta and r sin theta. Now we will put this two things in above equation, so we will get r cos theta plus I into r sin theta. Okay, now you can see here r is common, so taking out, so we will get cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, so this is r into e raised to I theta. Okay, this is the polar form of z. Okay, now taking mode on both the side of equation 1, we will get mode of x plus iy. Now this mode of x plus iy can be written as under root of x square real part square plus imaginary part square. Okay, this is the modulus of this complex number. Okay, so mod z is equals to under root of x square plus y square. Now what is x and y? X and y is r cos theta and y is r sin theta, so substitute here. So mod z is equals to under root of r cos theta the whole square plus r sin theta the whole square. Okay, so here you can see r square is common, so when we take out the r square from the square root, we get r. So r under root of cos square theta plus sin square theta. Now what is cos square theta plus sin square theta? It is 1. So here mod z is r. Okay, so in our question here given as mod z is equals to 2, that means the radius is 2. Okay, so I hope you understood this thing. You don't have to do this much things in the question. Okay, just I had derived this for your understanding. So here mod z is equals to 2, that means r is equals to 2, that means radius of the circle is 2. So what is the center of this circle? So here you can see other than z it is nothing. Okay, so z is mod z is equals to 2, that means here mod of x plus iy equals to 2. So this is x square plus y square is equals to 2. Squaring on both the sides, we will get x square plus y square equals to 4. This equation is compared with x minus h the whole square plus y minus k the whole square, which is equals to r square. This is the standard equation of the circle. So here center is h comma k. Now in above equation you can see h and k is 0, h and k are 0, so 0 comma 0. That means the center of the circle is at the origin. Okay, so the circle looks like this. Okay, of the center 0 comma 0 and radius is 2 comma 0. This is 0 comma 2, 0 comma minus 2, and here 0 comma minus 2 comma 0. Okay, so this is the circle of mod z is equals to 2. I hope you understood this equation. So now mod z is 2, that means r radius is equals to 2. So keep it aside. Here transformation is W is equals to Z plus 1 upon Z transformation. So now what is W? W is u plus iv. Z is r into e raised to I theta. In Z in polar form can be written as r into e raised to I theta. Now you will think why we had used the polar form of Z, because here circle is given. Whenever the circle is given, then we will use the polar form of Z. Okay, upon r into e raised to I theta. So this is r into e raised to I theta plus 1 upon r into e raised to minus I theta. Okay, so this is u plus iv. So now you can see this e raised to I theta can be written as cos theta plus I sin theta, and this e raised to minus I theta can be written as cos theta minus I sin theta. Okay, this is u plus iv. Now from this both term you can see cos theta and cos theta are same. So by comparing these brackets or by observing this bracket, you can see r plus 1 upon r into cos theta, because here cos theta is common in these two brackets. So when you open this bracket, we will get r cos theta. When this bracket is open, we will get 1 upon r into cos theta. So cos theta from these two terms taken as common, so we will get r plus 1 upon r. Now this is plus I into sin theta into r minus 1 upon r. Okay, I hope you understood this term. So now we will differentiate the real and imaginary part. So from the right hand side you will observe the real part as this and imaginary part as this, and similarly on the left hand side u is the real part and v is the imaginary part. So we will write it. So u is equals to r plus 1 upon r into cos theta, and and v equals to r minus 1 upon r into sin theta. Okay, we had obtained u is equals to r plus 1 upon r into cos theta, and v equals to r minus 1 upon r into sin theta. Okay, now here comes a trick. Whenever in the question the circle is given, circle means radius is given, so you will bring the radius term in the denominator. Okay, I will show. That means u upon r plus 1 upon r, which is equals to cos theta. So here radius term we had bring in the denominator. So this is equation number 1. So similarly from v also, so v upon r minus 1 upon r is equals to sin theta. Okay, so equation number 2. Now you can see here r is equals to 2. So put r equals to 2 in equation 1, you will get u upon 2 plus 1 upon 2 equals to cos theta, and v upon 2 minus 1 upon 2 equals to sin theta. Okay, so what is this? This is 5 by 2. So I will write here u upon 5 by 2 equals to cos theta, and v upon 3 by 2 equals to sin theta. Okay, so let this be equation as 3 and 4. Okay, so what is now here ellipse is given. So what is the standard equation of the ellipse? So standard equation of the ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to 1. This is the standard equation of ellipse. Standard equation of ellipse. Okay, so remember this. So you can see here squaring and adding is there. So now we have to square and add some terms. So here we have equation 3 and 4. So observing this equation, we get an hint that we have to square these two terms and add. Okay, so squaring equation 3 and 4, we will get, I will rub this equation, so write it down. That is x square by a square plus y square by b square equals to 1. This is the standard equation of ellipse. Okay, so now squaring equation 3 and equation 4, we will get u square upon 5 by 2 the whole square equals to cos square theta. So this is equation number 5. And v square upon 3 by 2 the whole square, which is equals to sin square theta, equation number 6. Okay, so now the last step is remaining, that we have to add this equation 5 and 6. So we will add equation 5 and 6. We will get u square upon 5 by 2 the whole square plus v square upon 3 by 2 the whole square, which is equals to sin square theta plus cos square theta. So what is sin square theta plus cos square theta? It is equals to 1. So u square upon 5 by 2 the whole square plus v square upon 3 by 2 the whole square equals to 1. So this is the equation of ellipse. Okay, so we had completed our sum. So now we will move towards our today's topic, that is third special type of transformation, that is W is equals to e raised to z transformation. Okay. So now we will see our today's topic, that is W is equals to e raised to z mapping. So this mapping is known as exponential mapping also. Okay. So now we will derive it. So here W is given, that is W is equals to e raised to z. Now what is W? W is u plus iv. And what is z? Z is x plus iy. So this W and Z are basic terms, so we had written this. Okay. Now this e raised to x plus iy can be written as e raised to x into e raised to iy, because you know that power rule is e to the power a plus b can be written as e raised to a into e raised to b. Okay. So this is u plus iv equals to e raised to x into e raised to iy. Now what is e raised to iy? So e raised to iy can be written as cos y plus I into sin y. Okay, that is cos y plus I into sin y. Now we will open this bracket. So this is e raised to x into cos y plus I into e raised to x into sin y. Okay, so this is u plus iv. Now we will separate the real and imaginary part from RHS and LHS. Okay, so I will mark the real part with the blue pink on both the side, that is left hand side and right hand side, and I will mark the imaginary part with the red pen on left hand and right hand. So you can see this e raised to x into cos y is the real part on the left hand side, right hand side, and u is the real part on the left hand side, and e raised to x into sin y is the imaginary part on the right hand side, and v is the imaginary part on the left hand side. So we will separate them. So u is equals to e raised to x into cos y, and v is equals to e raised to x into sin y. Okay, so we had separated real and imaginary part. Now we will see some cases. Okay, there are basically two cases. That is, first case is when x is constant, and second case is when y is constant. So first we will see when x is constant. Okay, so the case one is x is constant. So let's say x is equals to a is any constant term. Okay, now we have u is equals to e raised to x into cos y, and v is equals to e raised to x into sin y. So we had substituted that x is equals to a, so we will put here. So u is equals to e raised to a into cos y, and v is equals to e raised to a into sin y. Now we will square and add equation 1 and 2. 2. Okay, so here u square plus v square, which is equals to e raised to 2a into cos square y plus e raised to 2a into sin square y. Okay, now you can see here e raised to 2a is common, so we can take it out of the bracket. So e raised to 2a into cos square y plus sin square y. Now you know that cos square y plus sin square y is 1, because as we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So this whole term is 1. Okay, this whole term is 1. So e raised to 2a and u square plus v square. So we obtain a equation, that is u square plus v square is equals to e raised to 2a. So this is the equation of the circle. Okay, this is the equation of the circle. How? I will show. So this equation, that is u square plus v square is equals to e raised to 2a, can be compared with u minus h the whole square plus v minus k the whole square is equals to r square, where h comma k is the center of the circle. So here h and k are 0 comma 0, and radius equals to e raised to a. Okay, so this is the equation of the circle with the center 0 comma 0 and radius as e raised to a. Okay, so I hope you understood. So this is the circle with the center 0 comma 0 and radius as e raised to a. So here there are three conditions for the radius of the circle. Here center is fixed, that is 0 comma 0, but here radius of the circle is different for the value of a. Okay, so we will see three different cases for a. So here we have three cases for radius of the circle which depends on the value of a. So first case is when the value of a is greater than 0. Okay, when a is greater than 0, that time definitely e raised to a will be greater than 1. Okay, So as e raised to a is greater than 1, that time the radius is also greater than 1. That time radius of the circle is greater than 1. Now second case is when a is less than 0, that means a is negative. That time definitely e raised to a will be less than 1. So radius will also be less than 1. How I will show? Let's say a equals to minus 1. Okay. So this e raised to a will be e raised to minus 1, which is equals to 1 upon e. So we know that value of e is 2.71 something. Okay. 2.71 something. So this term will be definitely less than 1. Okay. So our radius r is equals to e raised to a, so it will be less than 1. Okay. So when a is negative, that time e raised to a will be less than 1, and that time radius will be less than 1. Our center is fixed, that is 0, 0, which is at the origin. Okay, center is not changed, only the radius changes with the value of a. Now the third condition, when a is equals to 0. When a equals to 0 means if you put here a is equals to 0, that time e raised to 0 is 1. So e raised to 0 becomes 1. Okay, so that time radius is 1. So with this condition we get this circle a unit circle, because as the center is 0, 0 means at the origin, and radius is equals to 1. So this circle is known as the unit circle. Okay, so this is the unit circle. Okay, so these three conditions are very important, so note it down. So our first case was x is equals to a, means what is x is equals to a? It is an vertical line. I will show. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and let's say a is here, a comma 0. So this is the vertical line, which is x is equals to a. So this vertical line, which is parallel to y-axis in the z plane, is converted into the circle with the center 0, 0 and radius as e raised to a in the w plane. Okay, so we had transformed this line into the circle. What type of circle? It is the circle with the center 0, 0 and radius as e raised to a, 0. Okay, its radius depends on the value of a, which we had discussed the three cases of a. Okay, so whenever our x is constant, so we will get a vertical line. So this vertical line is transformed by using w is equals to e raised to z transformation to the circle with the center 0, 0 and radius as e raised to a in the w plane. Okay, so it was the case 1. I hope you understood this case 1. Now we will see the case 2. Okay, so now the case 2. So here y is constant. So let's say y is equals to b. B is any constant term. Okay, so we will put y equals to b in these two terms. So u is equals to e raised to x into cos b, and v is equals to e raised to x into sin b. Okay, let's say equation 2 and equation 1. Now we will divide equation 2 by equation 1. So we will get v upon u, which is equals to e raised to x into sin b upon e raised to x into cos, e raised to x into cos b. Okay, so this e raised to x and e raised to x gets cancelled, so we will get v upon u equals to sin b upon cos b. So what is sin b upon cos b? It is tan b. So v upon u is equals to tan b. So v is equals to u into tan b. Okay, so this is the equation of a radial line. Okay, so this is the equation of radial line. Now what is the radial line? Okay, I will write the definition of the radial line. So this is the radial equation of the radial line. Radial lines means a line which passes through the center of the circle or the sphere. Okay, as we know, our center of this circle of w is equals to e raised to z mapping is 0, 0, that means at the origin. So this line will definitely pass through the origin. Okay, so this radial line looks like this. This is the radial line. Okay, this is the radial line, this is u and this is v. Okay, the orientation of this line depends on the value of b. Okay, now when we will solve the sums related to this y constant term, that time you will understand the clear thing of this radial line. Okay, so for time being, remember this things. Okay, that is v is equals to u is equals to tan b is the equation of the radial line, and when y is constant, that means y is equals to b. Okay, so what is this line? So this line looks like this. Okay, so this is x, this is x, and this is y. So y is equals to b is this line. Okay, this is y is equals to b. It can be downward side also. Okay, for time being we had assume that b is positive, so y is equals to b is the line. This line is converted into the radial line in the w plane. Okay, so this line is mapped into the radial line of the w plane, that is uv plane. Okay, so you remember that whenever it is given in the equation that y is constant in w is equals to e raised to z mapping, that time that line will be transformed into a radial line in w plane. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you understood this whole topics. In next video we will solve the sums related to this topic, and we will move towards the next special transformation, that is w is equals to sin z transformation. Okay, so till then, bye and have a good day, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, like and share. Okay, bye and thank you.